Hello, medical assistants, and welcome to your final clinical quarter here at Rasmussen. I'm so excited that you guys are out in your externships and really in that final chapter of what it means to be a Rasmussen University student. Now, since last quarter, there have been some changes to Blackboard, and we've upgraded to what we're calling Blackboard Ultra. So I wanted to give you a couple of tours through things just so that you can actually see them. So I'm going to go ahead and click into the course, and I'm actually going to switch over to the preview mode where it looks like what you would actually see as a student. So when you first log in, you're going to see obviously my instructor information here, and you're going to see kind of your folders just like what you would have seen in your other course. You've got your course materials on top, you're getting started, and kind of what everything looks like. But what I want to start with first is what these buttons mean up here. I think it's a good way to start this and really fully understand. So first and foremost, this button that is currently highlighted is the course home page, which is what you see in front of you right now. From there, you're going to click on the calendar, and you can choose to put this in a day mode, or you can actually choose to have it as a full month view. And if you do that, you'll actually see I've set up the calendar. It's ready to go for us starting in April. From there, the third button is going to be your discussion posts, and you can see like the lounge posting where you can kind of tell each other what you did over the break weeks, what you guys have experienced. Course chat will be where you can ask questions. And as you can see, I did put that in here. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask them in this one, because whether I get to see it or maybe another student sees it first and they know the answer, we can still keep our communication that way. And then obviously you have discussion boards weeks 2, 4, 6, 8, and 11. So not every week, but there are some changes to discussion boards. So what I would tell you is before you begin this and really get into doing a discussion board, first of all, click on it, read the instructions. So first thing I want to make sure that you understand is we're still doing initial posts by midnight. That doesn't change on Tuesdays, but here's what does change. You need to reply to at least 2 of your classmates. That is very different because your reply posts used to only be 1. Now you're doing 2. You'll also see on the right-hand side, it does say some things that are important. This one is what's going to be important. This item does have a graded rubric with it. So what you'll want to do is make sure you click on the rubric and read through each of these. So initial posts now need to be 200 words in length. Your reply post needs to be at least 100 words in length. So make sure that you're hitting those changes because this is a lot different than what you guys are used to, okay? You can type your responses here, or you can type them in a Microsoft Word document and carry them over just like you have any other time. All right, so that's discussion. This one is going to be your grade book, and currently you can see the grade book, but nothing is obviously graded because, well, it's the beginning of the quarter. And the last one is going to be the messaging, where you can message me or classmates if you have a question. You're just going to click the plus sign here. You can type in the recipient's name, or you can find them from the drop-down list. You can add multiple people, type your message, and then if you want to change the, maybe not, type your message there and then just hit send. Okay. Oops, let's close that. All right. So that is kind of the basics there. Let me flip back over. Now, one of the other really big things that I like to show students, we're going to go back to that course homepage in Module 1. So you can see the folder for the rubrics that I'll use to grade. Lesson content is here, so overview and activities, conducting your externship, and then this is an assignment. This is what's going to be really important to make sure that not only do you follow through with this assignment, but you also keep a electronic form of this on your computer. Keep a record of it because you're going to need it for each week. Now, I understand that we went over this when we were in classes together last quarter, but a lot has happened since then, and I'm pretty sure most of you have forgotten. So this will show you just some of the basic information about the actual assignment. You'll need to click into View Assessment to see the instructions, and you're going to click on this guy here. So this is the form that you're going to need, the Excel spreadsheet, if you remember that we talked about for keeping your hours. Give it a minute, still thinking. Remember, first thing that you need to do when you get in here is change this. My name is not Nicole Roberts. We are not at the Wausau campus, so put in my name and put in the Rockford campus. Put in this information here. It is going to be important not only for me to contact when we do mid-quarter evals, but at the end of the quarter as well. From there, you're going to just put in your date. So if you started, let's say you started on Monday the 5th, perfect. Go ahead and put that in. I always put the dates in for every week, just I think it keeps it easier. Remember that you want to make sure that you are logging your times correctly. So if you're working full days, let's just say that. Let's say that you're going to work 8 to 5 every day. So we're going to put in 8 a.m. Make sure you put the space and put a.m. Let's say that you go to lunch at 12, and again, space p.m., and you have a 30-minute lunch. You need to make sure that if you are working a full day, you do put the full hours in. That includes your lunch time. Okay? And as you can see, it totaled up your hours here. It said you worked 8 hours and 30 minutes. Let's say that on Tuesday, you're only working 8 to noon. So for that one, it's going to be log in time of 8 a.m., log out time of 12 p.m. Don't put it here because you're not taking a lunch if you're doing a half day. Only put your lunch in if you're doing a full day. Okay? And you'll notice that as it's kind of going, it's totaling up your hours. So at the end of each week, you need to print this form, and in this box here, your preceptor, your manager, the MA that you've been working with, the nurse you've been working with, whomever you are working with needs to physically sign this. And then you will submit this to the Dropbox once it is physically signed. You can take a picture of it. You can scan it into the computer, whatever that might be. Okay, and then you'll add your content and hit submit. If you hit save and close, it will not submit the assignment. So please make sure you are hitting the submit button there. All right, guys, that is our welcome video. I really hope that you guys enjoy the new layout and watch for good things to come. Have a wonderful week one, everybody. Bye-bye.